Hello everyone. Today I'm going to go over how to use the Counting Us app for the 2019 pit count. Before I get started, I do want to go over a couple things. For those of you who will be conducting the surveys via mobile app, you will need to download it using either Google Play or the App Store. And just so you know, the only time you will actually need the internet is when you are downloading the app or submitting your saved surveys. So you will be able to conduct these surveys without actually being online or using any of your data on the day of the count. And for those of you all who will be using your computer and need a web link to access the survey, it is right here in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, and it is counting.us. Okay, so now let's get started. So the first thing you will need to do is register an account by clicking right here in this blue register button. You'll click right here, fill out all this information, and then click submit registration. And then once you come back, you will fill out your username and your password, and then we can go ahead and click login. So then it brings us to this screen right here, and we need to choose count. Then right in the middle of your screen will have no counts available. So then we'll have to join a new count. But because I already joined counts previously, my account's right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on join new count just to show y'all. And here we're going to type in the setup key. And for this year's pit count, it is Texas 2019. And then we can hit join count. And then you'll get a nice little message that says, you are now counting for the Texas Balance Estate 2019 pit count. Okay, so now let's go ahead and click on Get Started. And then it'll bring you to this screen, the Texas Balance Estate 2019 pit count. And here we'll have the 3 survey options that we have for this year. For this video, I'm going to go over how to use the HUD Pit Interview or Unsheltered survey option. And this is the survey you will be using for counting people on the streets, in cars, encampments, and other places not meant for human habitation. So we're going to go ahead and click on the HUD Pit Interview, and you're going to be brought to this question: individual or household? Individual is just for one single person, and household is for 2 or more people who live together. For example, a mother and a daughter, or a boyfriend and a girlfriend. So we're going to go ahead and click on household. And just so you know, if you do select this option, you will be asked to record the total number of adults and children that are in this household. So for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and put 2, let's say for a mother and a daughter. So now we're going to go ahead and be brought to this GIS location screen. And if you do allow your device to access your location, you will have it pinpoint to your exact location that you are at this moment. However, if you don't want your device to access your location, you can go ahead and enter the address manually by clicking on Enter Address in the bottom middle of your page. And then here you can go ahead and fill out the street address, the city, and the state. Click Submit, and then it'll be brought to exactly where you need to be. But since I allowed access, I'm just going to go ahead and click Next Step. So now we're brought to the questionnaire portion. And I just want to take this time to note this section right here in the upper left-hand corner, that because I chose household in the very beginning and typed in 2 for the total number of adults and children, this section will now read, you are a member 1 of 2. So once I'm done filling out this information for member 1, and you can add some notes, you can either click Submit Survey if you have internet access, or save it as a draft. So I'm going to go ahead and save this as a draft. So then I'm now brought to survey number 2 for member number 2. And you know that because it reads it right here. You are a member 2 of 2. So then once you're done filling out this information for member number 2, you can go ahead, scroll to the bottom, add any notes if you'd like, submit the survey if you have internet access, or save it as a draft. So I'm going to go ahead and save member 2 as a draft also. And as you can see right here, you'll be able to tell how many drafts you have saved because it'll be in this red little number in the bottom middle of your screen. And if you want to submit those drafts at any time, you can go ahead and click on Drafts. Click on the survey, click on Open Draft, scroll to the bottom, and then Submit Survey. And if you do have more than one, you will have to submit these surveys individually. So you will have to go through Open Draft and submit each one individually. So now I'm just going to go ahead and show y'all the HUD Pit Interview individual option. So I'm going to click on individual. We're brought to this GIS location screen, enter the address manually or allow access, but because I allowed access, I'm just going to go ahead and click Next Step. And then once again, we're brought to the questionnaire. And as you can see, we don't have any little notes section right here in the upper left-hand corner, and that's because we clicked individual, so there are no different members of the household. So we can just go ahead, scroll to the bottom, fill out these questions, add any notes if you'd like, submit the survey, or save it as a draft. So now I have 3 drafts saved. So once I'm done collecting all my surveys, I just need to make sure that I submit these 3 drafts once I have internet connection again. And once again, all drafts will be due by 11:59 p.m. on 1/24/2019. Thank you for watching, and that is how you conduct a HUD PIT interview or unsheltered survey.